Hi everyone, Ron here of Variable Play, and welcome to me unboxing Dream and Dare. Stories and conversations to unleash purpose, powers, and passion. As from management strategies, uh, in the meantime, I will be sharing this. And so this game is going to be featured in BAECON 2024. They will have a table and you guys can try this there. Happy Sunday, everyone. First up, where is my stream going? Okay, perfect. Push it into groups. Right. How is your Sunday? It is Sunday, right? It is Sunday. Yes. April 14. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough. Let me just share it on the chat groups. Hi. So this game, you can try it out yourself. I believe it's about gaining some awareness of your oneself through stories and conversations. And yeah, let's see. I've had a glimpse of how it plays, but I don't quite remember. So you're gonna find out just with me. But yeah, happy Sunday. You guys like the background music? Something to wake us up. Sounds like a workout video. I used to do this, right, during the pandemic. I used to have a Sunday morning thing where my friend and I would alternate from doing workouts and then doing mental fitness as part of the exercise. All right. Okay. We have some commenters. Hey, Danilyn. Good morning. All right. Cool. Okay. Let's get started. As you can see here, I have my Pikachu to keep me company. And again, the nice Pokemon box in the background to prop my laptop a little bit higher as I help myself over unboxing Dream and Dare for management strategies. Okay, let's get started. So this is locally made. So you can see that they're using the cardstock that is folded down into a box. I remember the time when we first did quotes and verses, and that was a similar thing. That was a similar thing that we had to learn and do because there's not a lot of sources here in Manila for doing boxes. Okay, so it's like this, and there you go. You have a letter here from the creator. Tina is the designer, partner and senior consultant in management strategies. And management strat, they do sort of org dev, coaching and training and facilities and whatnot. And I help out on the game design aspect from time to time. So there must be a profound reason why this came into your space at this exact time, and I hope it brings you the right questions or the right answers that you need at the moment. My purpose is to unleash purpose, powers, and passion so we can all break through. So it's like finding your why. Throughout the years, my purpose has lit my path towards a higher level of meaning, fulfillment, and impact during troubled times, I got back to my purpose to ground me. Ever grateful for this clarity, I wish others to experience the same. Thus, Dream Dare was born to generate stories, conversation towards self-discovery, and spark deeper human connections. My hope is that in this way, may hope that this finds its way into family gatherings, social events, team meetings, leadership workshops, coaching sessions, and anywhere people are of all ages can converge. Together with you, you're on one step closer to this goal. So go ahead, roll the dice, and dream in there. Thank you, Tina, for making this game. All right, cool. So let's start to look at what's in the box. All right, so we have, now I remember. So this is their board. And now I have to suddenly change logistics of how I plan out my setup, because I remember this opens up. So let me just move things around a little bit and see if I can find a way to. We'll set this aside first. I will open that up in a bit. We have our some nice 3D printed dice. Uh, Seems to be 3D printed. So it has different icons on them. We have a blue and a gold die. Or got that symbol over there, E and so forth. Okay. All right. And you have a box of cards. Let's set this aside. So for the box of cards, let's just open up. There you go. Nice. I like the box system that they did. Again, so all local stock. And there you go. Here's the cards themselves. Okay, so we have I guess these would be the guides. Okay, and then these are the different cards depending on the letter of what you picked. So it has the letter of here, for example, do what you love, and then you have a prompt. Share a recent experience that gave you so much joy, and we're going to do that in a bit. I love the font choice. I love the layout. It looks really good. It looks really nice. It looks very calming. Reach for your aspirations. Right. Okay. For the blue ones, embrace your inspiration. Orange is activate your greatness. I love the orange of this. It's very Uncle Roger, and make work meaningful. All right, so this is a bit more geared towards, but kids can also play this because even school and studies, transcend from just being work to just schoolwork to now like quite heavy and quite taxing. I can see my son get trained every quarter where they will have their exams. Okay, so let me erase this up and let's see. We can. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have here the board itself. It's in this nice cloth. Again, adds to the nice feel of it. Right. Let's change up our music a bit to make it more. Let's see this. Okay, all right, perfect. So, Dream in there, lay out the mat in a flat surface, place the cards on their respective piles. We have our letter M. A, E, R, and D. Okay. Who is this for? Even for anyone else a job or career or vocation. So yeah, but kids can still play this, but it's a bit more geared towards people who are working. What is green for? Generate stories um, and conversations for self-discovery and spark deeper human connection. So this is not a competitive game. It's a goal. Yeah. So everybody wins here. So the goal here it's more of an activity with gamification components to make it more uh, something a little bit more engaging and easier to work with. Right? So we got different categories. Uh, uh, DREAM, and then if you have the star, then that's that. Then you have different modes of play. I see. Okay, so you got the blue die that tells you which category I believe you will be drawing from, and then the mode. So, play who decides to start the game. That'll be me. And then after that, player one rolls the green die, or the blue, I guess, and we select category. So it rolls both dice. Okay, select the category and mode of play, and then player one draws a card from the category, reads it out loud. Used cards are placed in the discard pile. The game ends when all the cards are used, and or after a agreed amount of time. So it's a very uh, casual type of gaming activity. So something you can use as those boxes where you have those prompts, and so that's there. And what's also interesting is they have for solo. So they have solo play. The artist prompt: pick one, a few cards from the deck from a category. Um, Cards may be chosen randomly or purposefully. Journal, draw, or use other creative means to allow you for your thoughts to flow. Use the questions to help identify your goals. Come up with your dream board in some sense. Passions and priorities. Create a visual representation of using images, words, symbols that inspire and motivate you to achieve your goals and manifest it. So, okay, so this is one way of what I can do for if I want to play this solo. Hi, Bob. Good morning. Morning. Happy Sunday. We got a couple more game modes over here. So we have sample partner plays. So shuffle the deck, lay it face down, draw a card, top pile, take multiple turns answering the same question until all possible responses are exhausted. Draw another card. Fast talk. Shuffle the deck and lay it face down. One player asks questions on the top of the pile in rapid succession, while other player answers as many. Example: 3 minutes. So it's you can use these as ways or tools. There's a little bit more gamified version over here. Small group, 3 to 7 players. So two truths, and a lie. You can now use the prompts as a way to do it. I use the mats and the dice that come in the box, and then you pretty much trying to figure out which one of those is of the answers is a lie. And after my friend who shared this with me, Jovina, um, they did something similar. The speed dating model. They did something similar for quotes and verses back in the past because they needed enough prompts for everyone to play. So that's also there. Okay, let's try it out. Um, and yeah, so let's try a sort of a solo version, but we can also play if you guys are interested. So I'm gonna be rolling the dice. Okay, and it says here all players answer. Okay, so the modes dictate how we do the answers, and then coming from the letter M, which is make work meaningful. All right. So I'm gonna draw from that category. Oh, okay. So here's my prompt. Describe your best day at work. Okay. Um, so with work, it's interesting in the sense that you think that the best day at work is um, well, in this case, okay. So all players answer, but I'm basically sharing a prompt. My ideal best day at work is that everybody's engaged and involved, despite of the challenges that we are facing, despite of the uh, difficulties. Uh, when I see the teams work like a single unit, like everybody's just helping. Somebody, hey, I don't understand how to do this. Uh, can somebody help me? And then immediately, yes, I got you. Somebody's taking over and chiming in. Now they move into the next task that they can move on and help. And then at the end of the day, you guys get to celebrate. You guys get to say, okay, we saved it. We're good. Customers are back. Things are working okay. And then you get a couple of drinks, and that's my ideal best day. So because sometimes you think, oh, it's when there are no problems. The thing is, there's no day at work. I mean, if you're really working to an effective state where you're able to maximize and help people, yeah, you don't you normally would be in a situation that your help is needed. Cool. Okay, so it's your turn now, guys. So I'm gonna put that on the discard. We're gonna I'm gonna re-roll if it's draw the act out the answers and the other people get. Hmm. Okay. Well, so those are the different game modes. You can do the act out the answers, or you can draw it out. I'm not sure if I can draw at the moment, so it'll be difficult for me to do that. So I'm just gonna re-roll when it's draw. Maybe I can keep the act out. Let's see. Right. But pretty much I will just be sharing from the context. I'll play one more round and then I think we're good to go. You guys have seen how this game is. Okay. So it's now from A. Activate your greatness. And again, it's just me talking. All right. Okay. Cool. Okay. Share recent accomplishment and what you did to make it happen. Very, very why centric type of prompt. Uh, hmm. So recent accomplishment. I guess it relates back to the story I was mentioning earlier. We were having some challenges um, at work, and everyone was quite stressed. Of course, the usual, the usual. And the accomplishment is not exactly at the work itself, but it was after it, in the sense that um, in that heat of the moment, people are very much trying to get things done. Everybody's chipping in. Uh, I was able to identify some of the members who were personally having challenges, and I was able to set aside some conversations with them, see where we can help, see what's needed, and yeah, just some of them thank me because simply the conversation of um, people noticing that they needed help and they weren't exactly in a place where they could figure out what they needed to, in the sense that it's not necessarily related to work, but more on a personal note of things. But at the same time, I'm still able to give suggestions of how to reintegrate their challenges with how their responsibilities and whatnot. And being able to take a moment and look at your peers and your people, um, in spite of all of the massive flux of of um, data and demand and issues, and being able to do that, I think it's still a good thing, and I think that's an accomplishment on its own. Cool. All right, so that is dreaming there. I realize I could probably just go on and on about this and just keep drawing cards, and now I get what the game is. And so yeah, so I was able to um, identify some work stories and my recent accomplishments. And yeah, in a party setting or in a group setting, this allows you to um, yeah, pretty much share your ideas, share your experiences without necessarily being overpowered or sort of over engaged. You can hide behind the cards and so forth. Okay, all right. What are the click on? So share recent experience that give you so much joy, for example, in do what you love. So the prompts are related to the different different categories and reaching for your aspirations. What have you been delaying? Will give you peace of mind there if done sooner. Hmm. So you know what? Let's might as well cover. So this one is related directly to here. I mentioned that it, work does bring me joy, and um, also, but this one I'm going to talk about BAECON. Yeah, because BAECON um, is a group of it's done by volunteers, and the ones that are on stream at the moment are part of the volunteer network, and we're about to again grow and launch and bring in new people. We now even have some publishers flying in from Singapore, and I believe that there's going to be more people this time around. And just the amount of support and love and dedication everyone is doing, it just amazes me and brings me so much joy because we're able to pull it off without necessarily being too corporate about things. It's very loose and yeah, more of like a volunteer work, but we're able to maximize technology, coordinate, um, and hopefully you guys cleared up all of the shirt orders. I think the orderings already were done last night. But yeah, seeing their efforts into you know, see the output of their labor brings me so much. Okay, have you been delaying the give you peace of mind if done sooner? Just wait. But I am starting that again. Um, you also have to um, find your meaning and in some sense find a way that's sustainable. So hopefully this time around I was able to find some methods to encourage myself to at least have. So the goal, my general idea was I would push my meal as much as I could. It's kind of like intermittent fasting, but in order to do that, I would start with. I used to start with coffee right away to start my day. But coffee kind of induces that meal, right? The meal urges. I want to have some snacks already with it, a bit of pastry, and that kind of messes up the sugar levels at the very early stage in the day. So what I do now is that I'll have some probiotics, water, uh, chia seeds, and lemon. Let that steep for a bit so that the chia seeds will bulk up. I'll stir it because it's quite difficult to drink, and then drink that. And I'm not nice, losing massively, but I feel that I'm able to digest my food a little bit better because I'm giving my body enough time for it to process everything that it has been bombarded with for the whole day. So lose weight. Hopefully, I am getting there. Okay, last one. So I'm just gonna draw from each card. The last one is E. Embrace your inspiration. Okay, who has influenced you most and how? Oh, okay. I love this. And I always tell a story about my grandfather. My grandfather worked, well, he was um, part, he, when he was young, he actually saw, at least from a distance, a ginaldo. So he's passed away already a few years back. Um, but so he became a pilot, um, fought with the Americans and fought for freedom. Uh, Actually became was caught by the Japanese, so he's a prisoner of war. And then he was able to escape and um, eventually worked as a commercial pilot. Uh, so flies helicopters and things like that. And what was always been interesting with my grandfather was his diligence in work. Uh, he has this phrase that I always carry with me in terms of how I would um, perceive things that happen to me. And his statement goes, mabuti nang tayo ang malamangan kaysa tayo ang manglamang. It's better that we are the ones that were wrong rather than we are the ones that were wrong others. And this is such a powerful statement in life, in the sense that um, if it's easy to say and find, hey, I shouldn't have experienced that. You shouldn't have done that to me, and things like that. But with that statement, it's saying I have the capacity to contain that. I have the capacity, I have the space, and in doing so, um, I brave myself, I prepare myself more so that I can help. So it's always been such a driver for me, and it has been now a guiding value. And to a certain extent, you can see in all of our different game groups, we follow some sort of similar pattern: openness, welcomeness, supportiveness, and regularity. Um, we want to be open for everyone, we want to welcome everyone, but at the same time, we want to support the businesses that we are in because we have the capacity to do so, and we want to be consistent. So there you have it. That is Dream and Dare by Tina Alafiz, and uh, they will be selling a few copies of this game in BAECON. They will also be demoing. I believe they will be selling a few copies. It is beautiful looking. If you guys are interested, try this game out. They will be there at BAECON 2024. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Happy Sunday, and we'll see you next week na. Guys, next week na po ang BAECON. Kita-kits. Bye-bye.